What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at my new bike repair stand. So if you've been following my channel, you would know that I recently got into cycling and I've been doing a lot of adjustment to my bike. So something like this, it comes in really handy. So I don't want to waste anybody's time. I'm going to give you guys my conclusion right now, and then you can watch my unboxing videos and installing videos. All the timestamps are in the description. So let's get straight into it. Would I recommend this? Well, I would say if you're just getting into cycling, 100% yes. This is something that you should have in your house, especially when it comes to like repairing or even cleaning your house. This is super useful. That's the main reason I bought. I didn't want to spend crazy amount of money, and I wanted to go to a shop, see it there, and just buy it, and rather than getting it through online and dealing with all the deliveries and stuff like that. I bought this from a shop here called 99 Bikes. They were super helpful. With that being said, I'm going to give you guys 3 negatives and positives about this repair stand. We're going to start off with the positive. First of all, this has 4 legs. So the 4 legs actually gives a really good stability, and you can have it all the way down like the way I have it right here. It gives that means that it doesn't matter how unbalanced you put your bike on the stand itself, it's not going anywhere. I have it on my, as you can see, on my frame. Most people have it on their seat post, but because this has 4 legs, this is not going anywhere. It's quite sturdy. When you shake it, there's a little bit of movement, but that's to be expected in I believe in any stand. The next positive is you can actually raise this clamp up and down. I'm 5'7", and this is about shoulder height for me if I wanted to work on the crank or anything like that. It's very useful height, and if you're tall as well, you can raise it all the way up to, I believe it goes up to 190. So you don't have to worry about the height unless you're really tall. Then this might not be for you, but you can adjust it, fine tune it to your height, and that's going to be very useful for a lot of people out there. And the last positive is that it's not that heavy. When the bike is not on the stand itself, it's not that heavy, which means you can move around a lot. And for me, I move this around everywhere. I put it in my garage sometimes when I'm working on bikes. Sometimes I take it to my shed, and now it's in my living room. So it's been all over the place. It's not that heavy to move around. It folds down to very compact. You can put it in your car, and you can take it around to the bike park if you wanted to. So with that being said, there are a few negatives when it comes to this bike stand, even for a beginner. So the first one is the footprint, the stand itself and the legs itself. This has 4 legs, which means if you don't have big space, it can be a bit annoying to adjust it. There are bike stands on the market where they only have 2 feet that's basically facing forward, and the bike just sits on a clamp like this. So then you don't have to worry about 2 more legs going back. Right now, as you can see, the way I have it set up, I need to make sure that the bike, there is enough space all around the stand before I put it down. So if you have very compact space in your house, this might not be ideal. You might want to look into the ones where there is only 2 legs. The second negative is the build quality. On the surface, it's pretty reasonable, I would say, but there's a lot of plastic here and there, and obviously you get what you paid for. That is something to keep in mind. You don't, the legs are metal, but everything that's attached to the clamps and the screws that's holding the clamps together, screws are metal, but the clamp is plastic. So if you are somebody who's always taking it out and putting it back on and taking it out and moving this around a lot, this might wear out sooner than you think. That's the 2 negatives that I can think of right now. You get what you paid for, and I'm happy with it so far. I'm going to be continuing using it. The bikes I have, the heaviest bike I have, my bike, this is my other half, that weighs about maybe 15 to 16 kg, and this is a small frame. This is less than 14 kg. So if you have a very heavy bike, if you're worried about damaging it, maybe you can rest like one of the wheels on the floor and then use this to hold up maybe the frame up or something like that. That might be something you can do. It's rated up to 25 kg, so I wouldn't put a 25 kg bike on here because I wouldn't do that. But if you're using a mountain bike and road bikes, things like that, which are super lightweight, to be honest, this is ideal. If you have like an e-bike which with battery and everything like that, then this might not be that strong. So I just wanted to show you guys a bit of a demonstration of how this works. Right now I have the bike on the stand itself. So to unhook our frame, all we're going to do is we're just going to lift this up. There we go. So now the bike is loose and is hanging free. Now we can take the bike out. So now let's say you want to raise this up. All you do is you just unhook this bit. So now it goes all the way down up to there. If you wanted to just rest the bike here, you could do this with the wheels touching the floor, or you can just raise it up and it goes quite a long way. I don't think anybody would want this in like that high. So that's good. If you ever wanted that, it's doable. So now let's say you want to put this on your seat post. The way it is right now is you put it on the frame. But if you wanted to put this on the seat post, you unscrew this, and you probably can't see it properly, but this will extend out. See, now you can turn it whichever direction you want. So if you leave it like this, if you put it like that, you can put your seat post in here and that will hold the bike. So to extend the legs even more, or if you wanted to completely close this off, all you do is you unscrew this and you can see it just comes up. Now you can just put this like this in the car or in the storage, anywhere you like. And if you wanted to extend it more all the way down, so just keep doing that. And there we go, that's all the way out. This is the tray, this is the clamp. So this is the main stand. This is a pole for you to extend it up and down. And that's it. This is all we get in the box. We get the main section, the pole that goes up and down, and the clamp itself. Then we have some, I believe, some of the attachments that goes onto it. Also the tray, the tools tray, and we also have screws and an Allen key. I don't think we need any tools. It comes with the tools that requires you to put it together. So I'm just quickly going to look at the instructions. Extend the legs first, that's what they're saying. So I'm just noticing that you can actually bolt these down because there's like a space for a screw, it seems. So if you look at the extension tube, there's a space here, like a cutout here, and on this side there's nothing, there's no cutout. So I'm guessing that bit, the bit with the cap without the cutout goes in first in here. Yeah, that's probably right. There we go, that's all the way in now. So the tool bit goes here, goes below the clamp. So we have an Allen key they provided for us, so we can just use that to tighten this. So it only goes in a certain direction. See that? Remember that gap? So if you can see, there is this cutout here and goes in a certain way. So if you're finding this is not easy to go in, maybe it'll loosen it a little bit. There we go. Just gonna raise it up so you guys can see. There we go. So the clamp is right now upside down, obviously. But when you unscrew this, see how the gap is extending, and you just twist it up. Now it's the right way, and then you just tighten it. So I think this is good and a reasonably priced, I would say. All right, see you in the next one.